So I want to go through a thought experiment here, and it's a pretty simple one. Let's imagine that the universe sprang into existence 5 minutes ago. Okay. So prior to 5 minutes ago, there was nothing happened, nothing ever happened prior to 5 minutes ago. Everything was just created 5 minutes ago. So you may remember things happening prior to 5 minutes ago, but that's only in your memory. You didn't actually have breakfast this morning, or you didn't actually, you weren't actually born 30 years ago or whatever. Uh, all that happened is 5 minutes ago, the universe sprang into existence, and that includes the neurons in your brain, right? The neurons in your brain sprang into existence in a certain configuration such that you have memories of certain things. So everything you remember happening more than 5 minutes ago is just a result of the configuration of your neurons when they sprang into existence 5 minutes ago, right? Um, and everything else, all sort of evidence of time in the world, also just sprang into existence. So, for example, the fossil record showing that dinosaurs existed 100 million years ago, that whole fossil record just sprang into existence 5 minutes ago. There were no dinosaurs, but that fossil record was created to make it seem that way. Um, and so these memories you have of things happening before 5 minutes ago may be very strong, or they may not be. So you may feel absolutely 100% confident that you were sitting in a chair 10 minutes ago, right? That may feel so real. It might feel like it just absolutely happened. There's no doubt. Same thing with you're eating Cheerios for breakfast this morning. You might feel that's just absolutely it happened. Um, Whereas some other memories, you might feel a little bit less certain. So, for example, you might have a memory of your seventh birthday party being at Chuck E. Cheese, but you're not completely sure. Maybe that was your sixth birthday party, maybe it was your eighth birthday party, um, and maybe it wasn't even your birthday party. Maybe it was your friend's birthday party, and you're just confusing it and thinking it was your birthday party, right? So there's some memories, especially more distant memories, that you might feel not so sure about. But again, whether you feel super sure or not sure about a memory, that's also based on the configuration of your neurons as they sprang into existence 5 minutes ago, right? Because any feelings about how certain a memory is also determined by the configuration of your neurons, at least according to the modern scientific view, right? So you can't be sure that something happened just because you really feel certain about it. Um, and we can change the thought experiment to say, well, the universe didn't spring into existence 5 minutes ago, it sprang into existence 5 seconds ago, or maybe 5 milliseconds ago. And if we do that, then you can question the whole concept of time, right? Does time even exist? Does time even flow? Is there a past, present, future? Now, you might feel time flowing, right? It feels like something like time is flowing right now. But again, that flowing of time that feeling of time flowing can only be created by your neurons. Uh, there's no way for you to directly feel time or to directly access the past. Uh, it's only coming in through your memory. And so if we say, well, the universe was just created, then it's you start to think, well, if there's no time, you know, then it doesn't even make sense to sort of talk about time as something real. It doesn't even make sense to say that the past, present, future are all real things, or to say that things really happen, even. Um, and that also calls into question the whole idea of experience and consciousness, right? Because experience requires time. It's, experience is something we imagine that happens through time. Same thing with consciousness. And the thing about this thought experiment is you can't disprove it. Okay? It may seem very strange to think that, the universe sprang into existence 5 minutes ago or 5 seconds ago or whatever, but how do you know it didn't? You don't know if it did, you don't know if it didn't. The point is, there's no way to know what happened in the past. We only have memories, which are simply these apparent feelings, apparent sensations that, we can't know if they correspond to some kind of a real past or not. So yeah, just wanted to go through this thought experiment. I didn't actually come up with it originally. This was first presented by the British philosopher Bertrand Russell back in the 1920s, but I found it very powerful when I first came upon it. I think it might be excessively complicated. I think there's a simpler way of presenting the same point, and I'll do that in another video. But I think this thought experiment is a very powerful one.